Howdy, howdy, everyone. Welcome to the stream. I hope y'all are doing all right. Today we're going to be working on some new pets, which is exciting. So we have we have Truffles, the fox, and what was the new one? Oh, and the sprout. We made the sprout a pet recently. So we're going to be doing that and because of the pet video that we did last week. Howdy, howdy, howdy. We can see OBS because I'm streaming the wrong thing apparently. Hold on. Oh, it's always something. Here we go. There we go. Oh, stream inception. Always a good start. I knew something was going to go wrong. So yes, I need to. I just made this recently. This little pets here because I have different ASC folders for different things that I keep. So right quick, let me go ahead and pull up. I'll go ahead and pull up all the pets that we have so we can start gathering them in one place. More pets. I'm excited for the pet ones because this is like a feature that I've wanted to do for a long time, and different prototypes and all that fun stuff. Quit spamming about the penguin. That's a good way for me to not do a penguin. So we agreed on rabbits then. We already have the fun bun. Actually, I don't have any ideas for pets right now. I have one idea that I'll get started, and then as we work through, I figured we can get some suggestions from everybody. And one thing that I want to do is maybe a rabbit style pet just for you, Draco. So yeah, I'm thinking like a short stubby little thing. Let me pull up right quick. Let's see, I gotta pull up the characters. But yeah, just a short stubby little thing, maybe standing on two legs with big ears standing straight up. We'll see. Oh, so I have Truffles. Let's get him an idle going so I can have him for reference. Because I like to keep all this kind of stuff and all together. Makes it easier to reference and stuff. So it's Truffles. We have him. He's the village pig. He mostly belongs to Teddy. But if you've played the demo, you've met him. And then we have the fox, which was the first pet, but I haven't done much with lately, and we need to fix that. I need to put him into the demo somewhere. It's a very special pet. We need to give him a bow sometime as well, a little red bow. I think we're doing animals. It doesn't have to be animals. There is no rule stating that pets have to be animals, but pets do need to be cute critters. These are not battle companions, strictly speaking. These are just meant to be little companions. Like imagine if poor fox got forgotten about Truffles. It was meant to be a swapping back and forth thing. I was going to have truffles for a little bit, and the fox, just to keep things, fun. And then I kind of forgot to do some of them some of the devlogs. You'll notice I don't have any pets going on, and the fox just got left behind. I'll have to remember to put him into the next devlog or something. And then truffles. Wait, I think I did that backwards. Yeah, this is the fox. Well, I did that backwards, but I did that. Okay. So yes, there's the fox and there's truffles. We'll have to put the sprout in here. We'll do that later, though. Let me just load this right quick. Okay. The cutest animals out there is an otter. An otter would be a cute animal. Now, I want to stray away from too many generic animals right now. Because I do want the pets to sort of be memorable, like everything else in the game. I just went with a fox because a very special lady really enjoys foxes and pigs. so that's why we have foxes and pigs. So but I do want to move away from just having generic animals. A salamander could be cute, but like I said, it must be very generic. Like with the bunny, I was thinking of, I don't want to do a regular bunny because we have the fun bun. I have to show you all right quick for those that are unfamiliar, because that was way back in the day, and I haven't added it to the game yet, but I'm probably going to do that really, 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 really soon. Just got to find it right quick. This guy. So I have this guy. This is a little fun bun, but he's upside down. Oops. So he's supposed to be running on his ears. And so we've got that. And I don't have, for some reason, by the looks of it, I don't have an ASE file for that. I'll need to fix that. So, yeah. But that's not a pet. That's an enemy. So we need to do something like a bunny. I want to do a bunny for old Draco, but I want to do something unique. Not unique. I have to stray away from the fun bun. So something bunny inspired. Panda bunny. I'm not sure what it means, but you mentioned it before. That doesn't sound familiar, but it does sound cute. Let me look that up on Pinterest. I wonder if that's an actual thing or some random nonsense. Let's see. There we are. Red pandas. It might have been red pandas. You thinking about red pandas? Red panda could be cute. Pinterest. Big bunny with wings? With wings, that sounds a little bizarre. And not random, is what I meant. Alright, so panda bunny. Let's see what that pulls up. I'm going to pull up my reference thing so y'all can see. This, I think that's the red panda. Yeah, that's the red panda, which is just adorable. Red pandas are just the cutest. Then there's this guy. That panda is adorable. Could you imagine I kind of want to do something based off of that. That is really adorable. Okay. Perhaps a pet wisp? That doesn't sound interesting enough. If I were to do a pet wisp, I don't think I'd want to do it on stream because I can't imagine I could make that interesting. Also spike bow, but I think that turned into a sprout maybe? I'm not sure what you mean by that. The panda looks like an alternative skin for Paul. That's what I was just thinking. And I have half a mind to just do Paul Bearer right now. I don't know. Deer horn bunny. Also, I really like the egg that's partially hatched, and it's just an egg with the legs. That has been done time and time again, and I think people would compare that to like Togepi or something. So I don't think we can do that one. But let's see what we can do. I'm thinking, let's do some silhouetting and see where we go from there. So I'm thinking, with the idea for the bunny I had, I'm thinking something about this a little smaller than the player. Like right here. Big head, for sure. Like a very large head relative to its body. And then just like some goofy little legs. And then maybe some ears like that. Like really big ears, I'm thinking. A skeleton bunny is a bony. We could do that. Hold on. I need to make a stream note thing. A bony is pretty funny. And at this point, I'm starting to question if bunnies are going to be a recurring theme. A skelly bunny. A skelly bunny would be great. Let's see. I mean, it would be called a bony. You know, should we? If we do a skelly bunny, do we do it as the fun bun version of the skelly bunny, or do we turn this guy into a skelly bunny? Interesting question. A dust sprite. That's what is those called? Like a dust bunnies? Oh, well, okay. I'm pretty sure bunnies is going to be a thing. Oh, there's too many puns we can do. So, to do... Oh, no, not to do. This week. This week, stream notes. Okay. So, let me get started with that. We have... Oh, wrong one. This one. And we have a bony, which is a skelly plus a bunny. Then we have a dust bunny, which is pretty funny. You can't escape bony. I'm thinking if we do bony, we do it this guy and make it like a FNAF looking kind of creature. Let's see. Let's play around. I'm going to copy this silhouette because I think it could, like, this could go either way. It could be cute or it could be just the worst. So I'm going to copy that. Oh, let's see. True, but it does make the silhouette clear. What are we talking about? Bunny ears don't have balls. Yeah. We would still want, like, just for the silhouette purposes, bunny balls. So we could do bunny balls. There was another one I designed. This is a terrible one. I'm gonna hate showing this one, but I did this one as like a really long time ago, and it was like a little bunny, big bun. That was one of the first enemies I tried designing. That's why we have skellies, because I just gave up trying to do unique enemies, and I just said, you know what? First enemy is going to be a skeleton. Are we going to make it look scary? Could be interesting. I don't want to go scary like horror thing, but I think it could be interesting to make it a little unsettling. Maybe. So we'll see where we're good with that. Let's see. I'm going to give that a bit more. It almost looks feminine when I do that, which is an interesting change. Okay, what colors do I want? If we're going skelly, let me pull up a skelly. A scarecrow that moves by hopping. that sounds like an enemy design. So I'm going to put that down. Scarecrow that moves by hopping. That's a really good idea. It's like with this little stick, like pogoing up and out of the ground. White and brown. I'm going to pull up the skelly real quick. We're going to sketch out some skelly colors. Okay. Enemies. Skelly bro. Alright. Pull him up here, I guess. And that way down there. Okay. And we'll use the skelly's colors, just so I know I've got the right ones. Blue panda instead of red panda. That would be like an interesting take on it. Maybe like, so it's not exactly the same. I can feel for that. Make sure. Okay. All right. Let's see what we can do with this here. So with this, I'm thinking, give it a good jaw. Might have to cut back on that a bit. And we want to separate the part there. Maybe. Give it a bit of an occlusion there. Give it some eyes. And this is this could turn into an enemy. Yeah, we'll see. So I'm going to give it eyebrows just in case, because it is a skelly. But this could also be a summonable. So we're going to play it as either way. So we have that. Let's get the lighter color coming in here. That looks like a ghost. It actually looks like a white bunny, if you ask me, which I think could be interesting. Maybe we make it ambiguous. Interesting. We'll give it a... We're going to settle on these colors, but we'll give it a pink little nose. He looks like he's got such an attitude. I love it. Okay. Sleeping tonight. If we haven't got into it, if you're unsettled by this, we haven't got into anything yet. Let's see. And we'll go the dark color back here because it looks like that leg's frontward. So put that dark color so that it pushes it back a bit. Yeah. Okay. I mean, so far we're looking pretty good, you know? Not too spooky. I don't know how we turn this into a skelly bunny unless we give it a rib cage, which would be interesting. Let's see. Rib cages are interesting. It's hard to do because you ain't got a whole lot of space to work with. Something like that. Okay. It would be cool if the enemy that screams Tucky. I don't know. Please add quacking. I won't stop asking. You probably get muted if you're spamming it. It's the first time I've seen it, but I'm just saying you, bud. Like, asking is one thing, but if it's not getting added, then it's probably not interesting. Or I didn't see it. A thick bunny. We could do a thick bunny. Well, we have to be wary. People get weird with bunnies sometimes. This bit up here looks like a tuft of fur almost. Can we play with that? Looking kind of cool, thank you. Still working on it. I'm not sure what direction I want to take it. We haven't even added the outline yet. Gonna do that. Just to see where we take that. It's quite possibly that we just get rid of the ribcage and just do a regular bunny. We're gonna do it for now, and then later on when we do enemy designs or something, we can come back to that and try to add in a skelly bunny. But I think for now, a cute little bunny. Let's see, how are we gonna do this mouth? I need to look at bunnies real quick. Are you going to add bosses? Because that's my favorite part of games. I will. There will be some bosses. They're not critical to gameplay, though. Like, if I made this game without bosses, I would still be happy with the game. So I'm not focusing on bosses right now. But I do plan for there to be some bosses, yes. Make a fruit bat that gives you different fruits. That could be an interesting thing. I'll make a note for that. Fruit bat that can gather fruit. Duck squid? Is there a reason for a duck squid? Usually, if I'm gonna randomly, or not randomly, if I'm gonna do a couple things, I don't want it to be random. I want it to have a purpose, so that it's not just some off the wall thing. Let's bring that down a bit. That hair, it's working, but it's funny looking. Maybe that is tricky. Oh, a literal mole rat. See, there you go. That's the kind of thing I like to see. A mole. Literally, a mole rat. Now, the problem with that is that we have Cthulhu Mole. Let me pull him up right quick. Where would he have been? He should have been in enemies. Okay, hold on. I'll have to track him down. Because this is, I love this guy. And I want to do something with him really soon. He's going to be one of the bosses. Like a secret boss. Let's see. I believe it would be in mockups. And here we go. So we have this guy here. Which is the Cthulhu mole. So we have that. Now, can you get rid of the eyebrows? It depends on, like, it depends. Because the eyebrows are for enemies, and we was doing a scaly bunny, bony. So I was leaving in there just to make sure. So if we get rid of it, what does that look like? It kind of looks like he's a little lost. I still want to do some kind of eyebrows, I think. Can we... Oh, I feel like I could have a lot of fun with this. Maybe he's a bunny that questions all of your choices in the game. Oh, yes. Can we make this bigger? I want to make that grin really stand out. Adding that 1 pixel changes it, and I don't know if it's for the better or not. And that kind of looks a little smug. That one looks a little happy. So I don't know which one I want. Oh, this is so much better. Judgmental Bunny is here to check your vibes. Yes, he's a Judgmental Bunny. Alright. He should have a light coming from his eyes. Why would he have a light coming from his eyes? What have you done? So many people that have joined the streams have asked that question. That is a question we get quite a lot. Okay, so I think we're done with that one. What else do we have? You mean like sparkles? Like a little vent? Chink. Oh, you mean highlights? Maybe that. An emo panda. Why would we do an emo panda? There has to be a reason for when I do these types of things. I like for my humor to be grounded in something, not just something random. Do you use a palette or you just wing it? I just wing it, and that became my palette. So this is my palette right here. I've been working on it. As you can see, some of it's organized, some of it's chaotic, and I need to fix that. I've been slowly working on it. But yes, this is my own palette that I've worked on gradually since working on this game. With this guy, let me see if I can put a little shade in the ears. I tried. We can mess with it later. Do a browless bunny. We had to be a browless bunny, and he looked a little lost. So I don't know about that one. Okay, so what else can we do? A roly-poly pill bug, whatever you call it, could be pretty cool to roll around with. We've talked about pet mounts before, and a roly-poly pet where you walked on it could be interesting. Goldfish flying in a water sphere. Now it's funny that people keep mentioning that, or maybe you keep mentioning that. we actually designed something like that before. Well, we talked about it before. I think that's a cool idea though, because you could be floating, if you're like, maybe it's a mage pet, like you have to be a mage to get this pet. And the idea is that you're using magical power to keep the water contained. So yeah, so let's do that. So let's get, I think that could be really cool. So let me make another layer. Let me rename this layer. What do we call this guy? I'm just going to call it Bunny for now. Bunny, bunny, bunny. I'm going to take this silhouette and push it further out of the way, so we can deal with that later. Pet rock. I think we have made a joke about a pet rock before. I'll have to go back because I think there was a funny thing about it, but I can't remember. You know, it can be a regular bunny that lives with bunnies and now believes it is a bunny. This guy. He could comment on fun buns. Maybe he can explain what's going on with them. Maybe a mink or weasel as a pet. You'd be able to make the movements fairly animatic, which is exactly what I'll be worried about doing. A dust bunny. Okay, we'll do a dust bunny, but a dust bunny is a good idea. All right, so with this guy, let's see. Let's get it going. About the player's mid-height. I want enough room for me to be able to have these little dust bubbles coming up. Something like that. I want a roundish bottom. Tricky. Another live stream. There you go. Live stream every Tuesday. How about insects? Insects could be cool. We actually, something that got mentioned on the Discord recently was insect pets. We had now for the bug net that you can get in the game. Some people are happy to realize that it's actually a weapon. You can actually attack things with it. And so somebody had mentioned that we could have bug enemies, which the bug net can do extra damage with. That would be interesting. So yes, we can do insect stuff. I would like to get into that sometime. What is that? This is going to be a dust bunny. If I can figure out how I want to do it. I want it to be like a ball of dust with little ears on it. I don't want it to so much look like a bunny, like body-wise. Like, I don't want you to confuse it for a bunny. I want you to be like, oh, that's a ball of dust that has bunny ears. Which will be interesting. A magical teleporting beetle with a purple shell. Why is there a magical teleporting beetle with a purple shell? How about a fairy? Now with the summon thing that we did last week, people were calling those fairies. So those might be fairies. We'll see. This guy's gonna be tricky. A lot of times, if you're suggesting something, one of the questions that I'm always going to ask you is why. There needs to be a reason for doing something, I think. So, like with that beetle, like why is it magical teleporting and has a purple shell? So something like Bunny in the World of Mana, but as a ball of dust? Yes, something like that. Let's see if I can pull up something that would be similar to it. But Legend of Mana is really bunny looking though. Let me look up Dust Bunny cartoon and see if there's something similar to what I would have in mind. Like, I'm thinking it's mostly dust, but with bunny's ears. I'm not seeing anything that could work in that regard. So some sort of, sort of, not really, like this. But this is still very bunny-like. It's still very, you can clearly see that as a bunny. It's hard to do with pixel art. Maybe I could do it on a bigger scale and try to get the image across what I'm trying to do. So like, you know how like when you were a kid and you drew like the little like dust balls or whatever? I'm thinking like they have little bunny ears. Like that. Something like that. But to try to get that across in a pixel art drawing is tough. Let's see, if I were to do, how would I do the bottom? I would probably do it more center focused. Maybe. Or no, maybe I'd do a more flat bottom. Like that. Just have some coming off the bottom there. Trapdoor spider. Trapdoor spider. That is actually a trapdoor. Something like that. A bunny Tyler with afro hair. No, we're doing a dust ball with bunny ears. So let's see. Maybe if I add it up there as well. And it's interesting because we have to keep the silhouette interesting as well. Maybe this is it. Chuck says he's drawing along. We'll see. We'll see what he can come up with. He can probably do this a lot better than I can. Okay, then I'll bring that up a bit, maybe. Hey, I'm walking here. Oh man, that's pretty good. Okay, maybe the silhouette could be a bit bigger. That would be pretty tiny. That's the idea. I want it to be a cute little thing. I don't want it to be too big. Let's see what I can do once I get out of this outline. If I have a trouble time getting the point across, then we'll scale it up a bit. But I think I can get it with this. I think the outline is really going to help it, because I'm going for a bit of a cartoony look with this thing. So let's go ahead and fill that in. And let's go ahead and get the outline going. Do I want to... Okay, so with this, I want to like sort of go in on the outline. I want it to sort of look like a doodle, like a cartoon doodle, if I can do that. It's gonna be tricky. Maybe, we'll have to see. Okay, and let's give him some eyes. Give him some cute little eyes. I think we'll give him some derpy eyes. The ears look uneven. That's intentional. It's meant to look like a sloppy little bunny. Now, granted, it's not looking like a bunny, which is a problem. Or just butter that flies for no reason. I think that's been done. A butterfly, I think that's been done before. And it doesn't always have to be wordplay like that. It could be something else that sort of stands out, like with the Cthulhu mole. Like this is a star-nosed mole, is why we have that here. And so this is my favorite type of thing to do. Star-nosed mole. Oops. Like if you look at this guy, that's how we got that, a Cthulhu mole, because it looks very eldritch looking. So that's my favorite thing to do, like not just wordplay, but just take a feature of something and run with it. Make an entire mob of different things. They all wear fedoras. No, that's too silly. This is as amusing as I do like tend to do things. This is a very serious game. I don't want to do anything too off the walls and bunkers with it. I think the bee could be a bit fit. They'd have a crafting mechanic potential and could also be a combat pet like the sprout. I don't know what we're talking about with the bees. Must have missed something. And now we do have some bees as well. I started working on. I do want to do some beekeeping mechanics at some point. So we'll be adding in bees probably to the demo, at least for ambient creatures. And maybe with the bug net you can catch them and then start doing some beekeeping stuff. Perhaps a badger would stay near its den and fairly territorial, but if you were to earn its favor by perhaps finding a specific item, it would show you a correct pathway or treasure. I could do something like that. The beekeeper, giant bee with a rapier. I think people have been talking about wanting to do like a beekeeper run, which would be interesting. Like have some beekeeper mechanics into the game. Like with the bug net, maybe some other stuff. Maybe using honey as an item. Oh, this looks like a pile of rubbish. I knew this was going to be a tricky one. I knew it. Let's see if we can get its mouth going. Well, yeah, I want it to be like a little kind of creepy cartoonish thing. Oh, this is tricky. What colors are we working with here? Let's do a mid color. For some shading. And maybe so one of the things is with this is it's hard to tell what I'm trying to do with the ears. So maybe if we can just sort of put more emphasis here into the body shape. Maybe drive some of that away from it. Something like that. Oops. Oh, hateful bees. Let's see, a porcupine, but instead it's called a porcupine, and it's fleshier than like a pig. A porcupine. It's pretty good. I'm going to make a note of that. I don't know if I'll do anything with it, but it is an interesting thing to think about. Porcupine. And I'm looking at a pig. When will you do a face reveal? What are you talking about? You should see it right now. Let's see. A fluffy puffball. Yes. Would love to do some fluffy things. I think that would be really cute. That's getting there. He looks like a bunny with a tumor, though. Let's see. If we need to make this more ear-like. Maybe bring that down a bit and bring that more into his cheeks. Maybe get rid of that a bit. Are you making pets right now or enemies? We're making pets. So this is a cute little pet that could follow you around. Potentially. Like, just because it's in the stream don't mean it'll be in the game, but it is something that we're designing. And it's something that I will try and implement into the game. I feel like we're going to have to move on to something else. I feel like I can get it there, but it's tough. It's tricky. Maybe I need more spacing here. Because right now this right here is a dust bunny. And the cool thing is as it runs around, we can have it doing little dust particles. A bunny balloon, animal bunny. A balloonie, that's really tricky to say. A dust bunny or a kitty koala. Kitty koala, even though they both have K's, it still sounds very random. Specs would help make the dust more prominent. That is true. Do we go with a darker color? Kind of looks like rock now, though. I think I might have overdid it. Know why? Maybe. I think I also want to make that look more like an ear. you as well. I think that's good enough for now. It looks like a rock rabbit. I think that's going to confuse people. Maybe particles will help it. We'll see. I think a particle effect in the animation will really sell that as 30. I think so as well. Anti-aliasing, it makes things look soft. I don't do a lot of anti-aliasing in my stuff, and I don't really want to get into that for everything. And I think if I did it for one thing, it'd probably stand out. So yeah, I intentionally avoid anti-aliasing because, in my opinion, it gives it more of a cartoonish look, and it's not so polished. So yeah, so it's a mouse. It's a dust bunny. This is a really weird looking dust bunny. I'll have to fiddle with it later because I really love the idea of a dust bunny. I think it could be really cute, especially if it's a little dog-like. Maybe we give it. If we could give it a little tongue that sort of wags as it runs. Oh, we could be silly with it. What about making the inside of the ears pink? We could try something like that. Oh, let's see. Oh, the ears are just weird looking in general. Ghost Pikachu. No. Maybe you could add Pikachu is just like as a weird one. Anytime I draw anything cute and I start with a silhouette, I always think like, oh, it just looks like Pikachu. And so Pikachu, I don't know like if it's intentional, but it just feels like everything simplified, like a simplified shape looks like Pikachu. I feel like it had to be intentional. All right, so what are we moving on to? Because I want to do something else. Oh, let's see. Let me look at what we got here. A big shaggy brown cow. Oh, let's see. I kind of want to look at that scarecrow. I don't know if I wanted it to be a pet or an enemy though. I'll tell you what, we're gonna draw a scarecrow. It's not gonna be too like creepy. And it could potentially be a pet, but it could be an enemy. So this is on the fence. A cat, but its whiskers. Could you imagine? It's like the Sprout, where it's like a neutral enemy. You see a whole bunch of them just sort of chilling out. Maybe next you can make a finger monkey that you can equip a finger monkey. Is that a specific thing? We could do monkey next. I want to add that to the list. Monkey. Because I think monkey would be really cute. Hop towards you when you're not looking at it. Yes. Oh. And which is funny because you as the player will be able to see it, but if your player is looking away from it, then it's not then it does the hopping thing. Could you imagine? Like whenever it's by itself, like at its default state, it's just a normal looking scarecrow, which I need to pull up images for. But when you turn around, it turns into this like eldritch horror type thing when you're not looking, and then back, and then like as you flip, it instantly sets back. I think that could be really cute. And player deciding what you make. Let's see. I think that's a really cool idea. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to make a scarecrow that when you're not looking at it, and when you're looking at it, it's just a normal scarecrow. Cute little thing, and then when you're not looking, it turns into this like horrifying thing. So I'm gonna say Pinterest, because Pinterest is a really good site for stuff like this, and I'm gonna say scarecrow, just to get an idea for some cool looking scarecrows. I want this to be a very cute, cartoony looking scarecrow. I've never drawn a scarecrow before either, so this will be interesting. Pull up the reference. Can you remove the thing on the dust bunny? What thing on the dust bunny? The tongue? Oh, the tongue? You don't like the tongue? I like the tongue. Let me pull this aside. It's easy, don't worry. I feel like it's tricky. It feels like it might be tricky to make a cool, interesting looking scarecrow. Quit spamming that, please, Jarul. Oh, this. Back in my teen years, I would have loved something like this. Let's see. Oh, this is like something creepy. Like we could turn it into whenever it's chasing you. It would be interesting to see how we can transform this thing. Oh, look at this. That's cool. Ah, okay. Well, Scarecrow cartoon. I'm not getting any good references. Oh. Let's see. Oh, this is a cool looking cartoon one. This one is interesting. He doesn't have to transform. He could just hop on his pole like a pogo stick. No, what I'm thinking is like it'll be a normal Scarecrow, but when you have his back turned, he turns just this sort of like creepy, ominous thing. I think it could be really cool. Like, let's see. Just something like a little happy, cheerful little Scarecrow. Choop, choop. But then when you turn your back, he's all like, get the back hunched, creepy arms. Maybe a scythe. He turns into this menacing little thing. Yes. Oh, I think it's great. So yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking. Like we just do this over the top, cute, adorable Scarecrow, starting out with. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that. I want to get near the player because I want it to be. How high do I want to be? Probably about a player and a half height, which the player's in the background, by the way. So pull that. There. Okay. Can the Scarecrow have a bird friend who loves him? Absolutely. Now, if we're doing this, we're giving the Scarecrow a lot of character, and it's not just some creepy thing. Like it's not just some monster, like one-off monster. Not a one-off, but a typical monster. So we'd have to consider that. Lore time. It is lore time. If it's not going to just be just a generic monster, we're going to give it character. We have to consider how that plays out with the player. Can the player attack it? What does it do if it gets close to you? That kind of thing. So Scarecrow has a bird friend. So, yeah, I think that could be cute. Maybe the Scarecrow as a pet can be more friendly with an enemy variant that looks run down and forgotten about years of neglect, giving reason for the Scarecrow to want to harm the player. What if it's a pet? It is a pet, but it only ever lets you see it in its cute, adorable form. So if you're looking at it, it's doing one thing, but when when you turn away from it, it turns into this thing and starts attacking other enemies and everything. But you'll never get to see it, like, ever. No, like there's no, like we don't go into the reason why. It's just you never see it in its creepy form. Oh, I love it. It's so good. It's going into, like, if it becomes more powerful whenever it has its back turned. whenever you have your back turned. And that's probably going to incentivize people to turn their backs during battles. But it is something to consider. Oh. It's the only combat pet when your back is turned. There you go. Oh, I love it. So good. So good. What are we doing here? We have... Okay. I'm going to cut that. No. Cut that. That. I'm going to merge down because I ended up throwing my layers up. Okay. Maybe a scarecrow could be a boss. No, I'm thinking it's going to be a pet. I think it's going to be a pet that's the cutest pet when you're not looking at, when you're looking at it. And then when you turn your back, it turns into this eldritch horror thing. Oh, good stuff. I really like that idea. So that's what we're going to play with. So there's the... No, right. I want it to come here. I want it to do it around the player because I want it to be about a player and a half height. Which seems about right there. If you consider the hair towards the height, maybe. Okay. So then. Some of them do be pretty crazy with the spamming. How about making a scarecrow eat the crow when the player is not watching and make it attack if the player sees it when it's not done eating? I don't know what that means. Maybe the secret version only activates at night. Could do something like that. Secret version only activates in the dark. Okay. So how do I want this scarecrow to look? I want it to be... Okay, I like the idea of the arms pole here and it having the sort of that there. I want it to be large in size so it's not just some skinny lanky little thing. Oh, maybe we'll have that come down there. Or like vision, yes. So it could have if you're blind. If you're affected by blind debuff, then Scarecrow can come out. Now I just know there's going to be a bug where something ends up breaking and you're going to see it. People are going to point it out. But we'll get there. Okay, I want the head to be bigger. I want this to be the cutest little thing. Just an adorable scarecrow. I'm going to look up adorable scarecrow on Pinterest. My goals are beyond your understanding. Happy with the Kickstarter? No, but I don't care. Like, well, I shouldn't say it that way. With the Kickstarter, it was just a thing to sort of build a community thing. If the project doesn't get funded on Kickstarter, then it doesn't matter to me at all. And in fact, I would have to deal with less pressure during the Kickstarter. I'm waiting on the devlog though. Devlog's picking up steam. We'll see what that takes with it. That you tame the scarecrow by making friends with his bird. Could be. Oh, if not that, then it could be something interesting to where like maybe catching the bird triggers this event. So I'm gonna say I don't know exactly what I want to do, but I'm gonna say taming the scarecrow can involve the bird. So so maybe catching it. There we go. But yeah, with the Kickstarter, like I plan, like the YouTube channel's doing great. I plan on doing merchandise soon, which is very soon. Would y'all be interested in a stream where I draw like stickers and stuff? Something I've been thinking about. And we'll just, that's where I expect to do most of the funding from. I didn't expect Kickstarter to be that big of a deal, to be honest. Because it involves a lot of marketing, which I'm not a marketing person. Give hay bales to Hillam. We could do something with hay. Could do something with hay / hay bales. It would be so funny to pull this huge scythe out from under his tiny hat. I don't know about his tiny hat, but maybe from behind his back. I think that could be cute. Let's see. I think, so I'm trying to go with like a super cute scarecrow. I'm not, oh, with the hat. He absolutely needs a hat. I kind of want to give him a top hat. Something like that. Let's see. I think that hat helped a lot. I wonder what else can we do to make him unique and interesting as a character. I think I want to bring his britches up. Big head and large eyes. That is correct. That's why I think I might have been the bunny I was thinking of. Yeah. Whoops. See, I think we're going to go. I think that head's sufficiently sized. We could go bigger. We could probably go bigger. Large eyes, big highlights as well. Where's a suit and a top hat? A suit could be interesting. I don't know that I want to do suit though. I think I want to do a rugged looking one. Maybe he's got a piece of hay. I don't know if that's generic or not though. That's probably been done time and time before. A pogo stick. I don't think so. As hilarious as that is, I don't think so. Skinny and tall. I think I've got him about the height I want him to be. What about personality-wise? Can he talk? Maybe he can talk. If he can talk, what is he like? Bring that up a bit. There's more as well. I always find it interesting to see a blacked out silhouette and how it transforms. Yeah, I always like to work with the silhouette first. It's very interesting to see how it goes. He can talk a lot of jokes. Maybe he could do some jokes. I mean, I'd have to come up with the jokes, but we'll see. But I'm kind of thinking like what he joke about. I feel like he has a specific theme, but I don't know what it is. Maybe he just makes bad puns. I'm just here hanging around. Farm jokes. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do like really bad cheesy puns. Scarecrow makes bad cheesy puns. I'm just hanging around. Oh, that's the Mad Catter. The Mad Catter doesn't make cheesy puns. Mad Catter is more of a meta character. He makes high quality jokes, such as myself. How about he loves flowers? Yeah, we could do something like that. He loves flowers. He gets lonely and enjoys the crow's company. I would tell you a joke, but it's too corny. He should have a pumpkin head. I'm not thinking a pumpkin head. I'm thinking a sack head. because the sackhead's going to especially play a lot into like this. I think sackhead pumpkin, no, sackhead scarecrows are really creepy, and I think that could help a lot with that. Eats flowers. Sure, we can jot that down. Eats flowers. Make the cat act like a cat when presented with the cat-like things. The cat, being a cat's not a big thing. Like, I've said it before. Like the whole, like I even considered not even doing him as a cat. I just really like the Mad Catter pun. So that's the only reason he's a cat. It's not a big deal. It's not something I plan on leaning into too much. He could have a swarm of crows surrounding above him. Could do that. I think like he's gonna have at least one crow, little buddy. I don't know how to draw a crow with a silhouette though. Let's see. Or we could put it on his hat. We're gonna leave it off for now though. Okay, so I think that's a good silhouette. Yeah. So let's get to going on here with the hay and this thing. The sack hat. What colors do we use? I've got some light browns here. His hat is actually a crow's nest. Could do that. Could have a crow's nest at the top of the hat. I don't like that brown. Too saturated, maybe? See what we got. It's a little on the low end. Let's desaturate it more. Almost looks like a skin tone. Like a dull one. So I'm not going to get too detailed with it right now. We can deal with that color later. Give him a derpy smile with his normal form. Yes, that's a good idea. So let's go ahead and get his eyes and stuff in. Maybe we give him... What kind of eyes do I want to give him? And I'm thinking just like this big... Just kind of creepy grin. Just to sort of hint at his character. What if the crow isn't the enemy? It's a massive crow that made its nest in the hat. Well, the scarecrow's not an enemy. I'll get into that in just a second. You would see its eyes peeking through the hat, so the enemy would be the massive freaking crow instead. This is not the scarecrow's not an enemy. He's a pet, but whenever you're not looking, he turns into this eldritch horror type thing. He's just vibing. He's just chilling out. He's gonna be a cute little scarecrow. What color do we want to make the hat? I'm thinking we go with. I think we've done this before with other hats. Let me pull up the characters. So yeah, we've done it before with him. We give it that color with that color, that color. I think we're going to do the same here. Button eyes, one red, one blue. Button eyes would be hard to do. Like, eyes in general, pretty tricky to do. Like, really big. I think we're going to do that, though, at the very least. Yeah, that gives them more of a blank stare. But, I mean, it would be hard to do buttons in that skill. The hat could be a dusty sort of color, and his shirt could unbutton. A light maroon jacket. I'm thinking dark colors. Maybe make him a bit gothic looking. Just to sort of hint at him. Let's see. And then this color, we'll come up a little bit more there. Oof. Pogo stick movement you can ride on just over things. I really enjoy the idea of a pogo scarecrow, but I don't think I want to do that. I really, really love the idea, but for one, I don't want to animate that. And two, Maybe in his regular form. He just sort of, it could be funny. Tell you what, I'll make a note of it. Like in his regular form, whenever you're looking at him. Now, he could use his stick as a pogo stick. Now, my only concern is like, the player might be flipping around a lot during battle, maybe. And so it could be tricky to see him, like, we'll have to see. Badass form for shadow only. Yeah, the badass form is like whenever you're not looking at him. Ideally. We'll have to see how that plays out as we prototype it. At the end of the stick could be rollerblades? No, too silly. Too silly. Let's see. I think I want to give him sort of a darker color here. And what color do I want to do his jacket? I think I want to make it sort of dingy and not well kept together. So we're going to go with brown. Just sort of a cheap jacket that was thrown over top of him. Maybe with some dark pants. And as for the pole itself, the pole's gonna be hard to tell the difference for. But we'll see. I like that. I think it's interesting though that he has a fancy top hat, but dirty clothes. The straw in his mouth could be the grip of the scythe he pulls out from his mouth. Could you imagine that animation? He just. I'm going to jot that down. The straw in his mouth is actually the handle of the scythe. Scars on jacket. Yeah, we'll probably do some tearing and stuff like that. Now with this, I want it to look sort of straw-like, maybe? No, not straw-like. We do need to have some straws coming out, though. Like he was stuffed with all that. Okay, but yeah, the jacket's going to have some tearing into it. Let's see. Got a fancy top hat from a snowman passing by. Maybe he stole it. What is your favorite game genre? I don't play games much more nowadays. But I really liked RPGs growing up. He stole his hat from a passing snowman. Or you can make the hat patchy. We could make the hat patchy. But I really like the idea of secret lore that only we know about. Is he getting a monocle? He could get a monocle. Maybe the monocle is what makes him magic. People think it's his hat, but it's actually the monocle. Frosty, no. I think that could be a fun secret lore, though, that only we know about. Oh, man. Now there's a sad hatless dude somewhere in the world. He's not sad anymore if that magic's hat, if that hat gave him life. He ain't worried about it now. Oh. Just like he wasn't sad before he got the hat. Oh, man. Existential crisis. And there's a big multiplier when you first meet him. He's standing in a puddle of water when you first meet him. Maybe some snowball remnants. Maybe the remnants of a snowball. Mr. Glister. It could be an interesting quest. Give him a tomato. I would give him a tomato. Man, this is dark. A Sprite for Pixar. Yep, A Sprite right there. Let's see. Oh, this is good. I'm happy with this. No. Man. I want to try to hint at his dark nature. If I can, with some dramatic shadows. Just just sort of cover his face a little more than usual. Oh, man. Snowman will have his revenge. He can if he's a puddle of water. Oh. Let's go ahead and do that, just for fun. Like, let's see. Oh man. Enough. Like it's just laying there. Oh man. How's it going? It's going great. It is going fantastic. How are you? Okay, let's give him some boots. Oh, that's so good. Another reason for a smile. Indeed. Oh. Okay. Straw poking out instead of boots. Oh, I like the idea of boots. I don't know why. But I think we could do both. For sure, I think we could do both. He can spawn mini scarecrows by dropping hay. No, I don't think so. I love the view, man. Okay. Let's darken his pants up a little. I'm not darken, but lighten his pants up a little bit. Give him some shade. So we can tell that where things are. We haven't given him an outline yet either. Oops. All right. And then we'll just get rid of that. There. Stationary pet, maybe some sort of no. It's going to hop around on its stick. So like yeah, it's gonna hop around on this little thing. And then when you're not looking, it's gonna turn into this creepy little thing and sort of fly around. Will the game be on Steam? Yes, the game's gonna be on Steam. That's probably gonna be the primary platform that I release it on. That's a cute little guy. I think so. I think he's pretty cool looking. Really excited to explore his character. I think we're going to give him some backstory. Maybe give him some... Maybe he talks and stuff. He insists he is a scared raven Far superior to a scarecrow. No. Is it? Like, see. I like the idea of him not calling himself a scarecrow. Because he likes crows. Maybe he calls himself something else. I don't know about a scare raven. Because I think he would even try to be friends with ravens. He's just trying to make friends. A friend crow. What is a synonym? Synonym? Antonym? What is the opposite of scare? Is a carecrow. Yes. he's a carecrow. Yes, absolutely. Oh, that's so good. He's a carecrow. Oh man, that was good stuff. Would he be aggro towards sprouts? Maybe if you're not looking. Maybe he attacks passives when you're not looking. Oh, I just stumbled across this channel yesterday. Love your work. Well, thank you very much. Does he scare off the other birds? When you're not looking, he's just the worst. I would side with the heart around the crow. Oh, maybe. The heart's Teddy's thing. I think I want to keep it mostly with Teddy. It's not to say we can't, but I want that to be his thing, if possible. You see him standing in front of it, and just with coins. You see him. We'll have to see. We'll have to see because we have him standing around in a puddle, and I think standing around with coins might sort of go against that. I'm going to make a note of it though. You see him standing around in a bunch of coins and loot. Let's see. He hates truffle. Because truffle messes with him. Oh, and he tries to do something. Well, I don't know. It would be very tricky for him to try to try and mess with truffles. He doesn't like truffles because truffles tries to eat his the hay that sticks out from under his boots. Eat the hay under his pants. That sounds dirty. What if you had a chance to reappear in the spawn location of enemies? What about 1/3 of the coins are gone? Could do something like that. But I think, like I said, I think I want him to appear near this puddle of water, and we could make it maybe he's in a snow biome. Or at the edge of it. Oh, the edge of a snow biome. That would be fun. So, like, having him appear with coins is nice, but I really like this idea of him appearing with this puddle of water. He needs to save up the coins for his fancy suit he's got his eyes on. So he's a possessed scarecrow got his possessed by someone who cares. No, I think the caring part is his like a joke. Like he doesn't want you to know that he's just this eldritch horror thing. So he says he's a scarecrow, but when you've got your back turned, he attacks sprouts. See, and any other neutral enemies. So I think like he's hiding his true nature. I don't think it's his deal. Oh, let's see. His secret when he's kissed by true love, he turns into a magical princess frog. No. That's silly. Put a flower growing out of his hat? Absolutely. Absolutely. Hold on. Oh, let's see. Can I Put in a bit of light there. What does that look like? Okay, so flower. What kind of flower do I want? I'm thinking we go with an orange flower to complement the yellow we've got in here. I think that would do well. Where are my flowers at? Let's just go ahead and pull one I already have. Oh, come on now. Where are you at? There we are. Alright. So yeah, let's just go ahead and take this flower here. It's upright, though. I kind of wanted it to be angled a bit. So we'll see. Something like, can I, oops, try and rotate it a bit without making it look too weird. I don't think that's going to be a thing. Oh well. Alright. And we'll know there. Might want to do a darker color, but you get the idea. Something like that. This is pizza delivery. How may I help you? Sure. How about the scarecrow is trapped soul of a farmer who was killed by the dad of the merchant? Wolf. Hold on. But dad of the mustache farmer came back seeking for revenge. I don't know what you mean. I feel like this guy could be an NPC. Well, see, pets can be either or. Because consider Truffles. Truffles is a pet, but he's also treated as sort of a character in itself. He's going to have cutscenes. He's going to interact with stuff, you know. So we can do both. Sprouts, you know, you find and you tame Sprouts, and he's unique. But that doesn't have to be the case for everybody. I think he's very cute. That's sort of what I'm trying to get with him. I want him to be cute, but I want him to be cute, and then until you turn your back on him. The Scarecrow could want you to steal something from a bunch of different NPCs, and every time you do, he buys something more extravagant. Then he becomes a pet. No, I think he's trying. Like his whole thing is that he's a good guy. Like he wants you to think he's a good guy. So I think that's his deal. Yeah, I need to get some. They be busy moderators. We have Nightbot. I'm surprised Nightbot didn't pick up on that. He's a good guy. He looks away. Pretty much. That's his deal. Like he wants you to think like he's a scarecrow. He wants you to think he's a good guy. But then when you turn his back, he's just this monstrosity. Scarecrow is his species, but what is his birth name? No, like wow. I don't know if I'd call it his species because I think he's going to be one of a kind. He's the only one. I can't catch my Netbot. No, can't get into. I don't know why it's not catching it. Like it's very clearly spam. You would think it would just be really easy for it to pick up on that, but yeah, I think it should be something really long and fancy. Yeah. I think it should be fancy too. I think with the fancy top hat, I think he wants to be fancy. Can we have a pink sheep? Oh, I feel like that's Minecraft's thing. I don't want to tread on their territory. Make it a white rose. I mean, purity and kindness. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. Do we have white? Yeah, I have these. We can use these. But with that other one, I gave him the benefit of the doubt. Like sometimes, you know, if you're on Discord, you accidentally send a message 2 or 3 times. I give him the benefit of the doubt, but when it happened again, is, you know. Can we have a thing where we reskin our character? I don't know what that means. And I feel like I just said a bad word. Or reskin. I'm going to have character customization. So there will be the option to choose skin tone, change your hair, change your clothes and stuff like that. It's just not in the game right now. I think that would be in Antonius? No, I don't think so. Maybe to allude to his evil nature, he gives you a rose or something, thorn planet that pokes you and gives you a looming aura for a second. Interesting. I like that. I don't know about that exactly, but I really like the idea of just like, here, have this gift, and when you pick it up, some sort of like dark effects happens. That could be really cool. In fact, I'm even going to screen cap that. Just so I can remember that precise wording. Okay. So yeah, I like that idea. I don't know if I want to use that exactly, but it's really close to a really good idea. As soon as this comes out, I'm modding the, what language is it coded in? GD script with N Godot. So we're making tameable animals. We're making pets. They don't have to be tameable, but they can be acquirable. Like, not all pets need to be tameable. Some of them can be their own characters, and you get them in different ways. So, like, with this guy, he's going to have a bird buddy that we talked about earlier. And so maybe you get him by using the bug net on a specific bird. And he's like, oh, hold on there, bud. You know. That kind of thing. So, that's a terrible bird. I had a good bird earlier. I should have moved it away and kept it. But yeah. Is fantasy going to be a thing? Like, what do you mean by fantasy? Like, this is a fantasy game. Imagine having a monkey pet. We could have a monkey pet. What if he gave you a quest in which he asked you to rebuild the snowman? I don't know why he'd want you to rebuild the snowman. I'm pretty sure the snowman is going to be a secret lore. Like, y'all are... anybody here watching the live stream, just it's between us, you know? And the Discord. Discord is probably going to love this. Imagine if we're going to talk about this for a while, like the derp squirrel. Nobody else knows about the derp squirrel and all their secrets and stuff, but us in the Discord. Oh, let's see. Maybe instead of catching the crow, you give it a shiny trinket. Why would you give a crow a shiny trinket? It has to make sense. His name is Alistair. Close. I don't think it's fancy enough. Alistair, because I know of it from Dragon Age? Yes, it sounds sort of knightish to me. I'm really interested. How much time do we have? 30 minutes? I don't know that we have enough time to bang out that. But we probably do have enough time to bang out a monkey. A cute little monkey. Let's try that right quick. Okay. But we can keep talking about this, the scarecrow. He harvests our crops. I could do a thing with that. Because I am thinking of adding a sort of... Because I'm wanting to do food crafting as a potion. So, like, we could absolutely add in farming mechanics to get better quality food. Like, not as a money-making thing. Like, I don't want this to be a farming game. But as, like, I mean, you could make money off of it. But, like, the idea being that you could use it to get... I think I want to have them crouched down a bit. You could use it to get better quality foods to do your potion crafting with. So what about this monkey? What's special about him? I'm thinking we give him just a big head. Big head. Big hands, maybe. And then his name could be Carlos the Crow. Carlos, it doesn't seem like a Carlos. I'm thinking it has to be something really fancy, like almost rich person type of fancy. Like just over the top What are some, like, I'd probably Google rich people names and just pick the most extravagant one. A monkey rides the pig. That would be cute. Now, you're only going to have one pet at a time. Monkey rides Truffles. You're only going to have one pet at a time, with the exception of that intro for when you have, because Truffles, when you tame him the first time, he doesn't count towards your pet count, but he will if you pick him as a pet later on. So we can't have Truffles and the monkey together at the same time. But it is something fun we could have maybe during a cutscene or something. And every pet to have a story and quest that would be so fun and rewarding. I don't know about every pet. Like the Sprouts are pretty generic pets. I want to have some that you can find in the wild and tame them. And some that are their own unique characters, like Truffles and the Scarecrow. And then it could be Richard Bond. No. Rich people names. Let's see. I don't think they're going to give me any extravagant ones, though. From what that's the list that I've seen. They're pretty. Charles. Charles. Maybe. Not extravagant enough, though. Or Mercedes. Bartholomew. That's Bartholomew. That sounds very familiar. But that's sort of Cornelius. That's sort of what I'm more thinking of. Like, the more syllables, the better. Let me look up pretentious rich names. There we go. I think that's the word that I want. So Archibald. Archibald is really good. Digby. Aldrich Whitaker. Whitaker, maybe. Bradford. No, I wish you'd give me a list instead of this. Kingsley. Kingsley, maybe. Quincy. Anyhow, Sebastian. Sebastian's good. I'm going to jot down Sebastian. It's over the top without being too over the top. So I like it. Archibaldelius. Sebastian Archibaldelius. Sebastian Archibaldelius. There you go. Cornelius. No, it has to be Cornelius. Sebastian Cornelius. Sebastian Cornelius. I think that's his name. This here is Sebastian Cornelius, the Scarecrow. The Scarecrow. Oh, it's so good. Okay. So here's back to the monkey. So with the monkey, oops. I think I want. The ears are going to be tough. I don't know how I want to do the ears. I really don't know how to do those ears. Why did I walk into a Scarecrow and a monkey? The Scarecrow. Oh, if you missed the Scarecrow, I would go back a little bit when this stream is done, because that's quality stuff. That's probably one of my favorite characters is the Scarecrow. He cares about crows, indeed. Oh. Circles on the side of his head could do something like that. So like right in there. Maybe something there. We're just debating the lore. The brutal murder of the snowman. Indeed. I think Haircrow is good. No. You're going to have a real hard time beating Scarecrow. I'm sorry. Is there going to be races on it? There's going to be, yes, there's already some of them. So if you look at here, we have the snail people. The snail people are a race. The derp squirrels, the squirrels, I don't know if you would consider them a race, but they have their own little thing. And I mentioned in the last devlog about sprouts and there being the brute sprout. Let me pull that up right quick as well. So like I'm doing a lot of world building. I'm not going to touch on to, and like I'll mention it here and there, but I do expect to do a lot of world building with this game. That's sort of one of the things that I'm personally interested in the most. Something that I'm working on behind the scenes. But we have, what did I say? Oh, sprouts. Is it enemies? Yes. So we have the brute sprout that we talked about. So yeah, there's some world building going on. That will be fun. A sprout with a flower on its head. We could do that. There's a screen cap I mentioned in the last devlog. I don't know if who all read it or anything. Well, we was talking about sprouts turning into trees. So like they would plant themselves and turn into trees, and it got me thinking of this depressing situation of just like the sprout alone in the forest, sort of crying because it's growing up. So we could have something like that to where the sprout's like half a tree or something. Crownelius instead of corn. How is Crownelius better than Cornelius? It's corn. Corn for the scarecrow. Corn is great. What if I back 10k randomly? Lol. What if? Sprouts grow machine gun too random. Y'all do be silly. So let's see. I think that's a good silhouette. The feet, I'm not... The feet I'm not on board with. Maybe. That's a little better, but I think I want to bring this down some more. Maybe. Is there going to be playable races? Oh, no. You'll be able to change your like skin color and set your hair and stuff like that, but I'm not going through all that trouble with all the different sprouts. I'm the only person doing the art for the game, and I can't draw all that stuff. I don't even the player character customization on itself is going to be a lot of work. Which is why it's not in the demo right now. Oh, so no. Think of poor little me who would have to draw all that artwork. Sprout fanboy encourages other sprouts. Maybe there's a fan, like a person, like, I don't know. I'm thinking of like a Pokemon sort of setting to where they have, what do they have? Those Pokemon fanatic characters that are like really into Pokemon or whatever. Imagine somebody like that from the village. Somebody from the village, like a main character, that's really loving like a sprouts, and then you encounter them sort of cheering them on in battle, fighting the Skellies one day. Could be interesting. Okay. I don't think he's going to budge from Cornelius. I'm not. Don't spam it either, please. Yeah, that's going to get you a mute, bud. Make monkey steal from you when you first meet it. Yeah, we could do that. That is a common monkey thing, isn't it? I remember seeing something on SciShow, I think, of monkeys. Right, like stealing alcoholic drinks. Which I think is fascinating. Do enemies have a level up system? No, nor are they likely to. Is this the final silhouette for the legs? What are you trying to say? It might change. I don't know. I'm not going to spend too long on it. We don't have that much long left. And I'm sure I'll change. Because, I mean, even though like these sprites, even when we do them here, that's not the end of everything. Like, I'm going to touch up on it eventually. So don't steal any more snowman top hats. Tell Sebastian that. Monkey steal from the arm. What if the monkey stole the scarecrow's hat? Monkey steal the arms of skeleton. Oh, that could be good. Oh, that's good. Oh, hold on. It reminds me of something somebody had suggested one time about skellies. Like randomly dropping their arms or something there before battle. So monkey can steal skelly arms. That's really good. The monkey can hold an item and use it. Could do that. We'd have to limit it to certain items though, because the monkey is going to have regular hands. And so you'll notice, like with the skellies don't have regular hands, and that's so that they can use the weapon system. I would have to create animations specifically for the monkey for each and every weapon, and that's not something that I want to do. But we could potentially have the monkey pick up a skelly sword and use it. Monkey could steal a skelly sword and use it. He doesn't like banana. Why doesn't he like bananas? Oh, let's see. Let's give him... I think he's going to be a fun character to make. I don't know what I want to do with him specifically, but I think we could have a lot of fun with him. Of course, not all weapons, but pets aren't for combat. Well, pets, they have combat capabilities, but that's not their main purpose. I mean, with the Sprout, they have combat capabilities. With the monkey, like I said, he could steal skelly swords and use them. But I wouldn't expect pets to contribute that much to combat. They're mostly just companions and stuff. So imagine like the dog from Stardew Valley, if it could follow you and it had more mechanical purposes in the game. That's the kind of vibe I'm going for. Like when you would play Stardew Valley or Harvest Moon, you get to pick your animal at the start. Like, oh, I get to pick my pet, that kind of thing. You know, that's my pet and it stays with me throughout the game. Sort of that kind of vibe is what I'm going for, with the exception that you'll be able to pick different ones and choose which one you want to have with you. Please make him throw bananas. We could make him throw bananas. Monkey could throw bananas or oranges. I'm more of an orange guy. Kind of got myself. I love oranges. Or oranges. Give him a banana gun? No, that's too silly. Banana boomerang? Maybe. That's on the verge of silly. Banana boomerang. But it could work out. Bananas and nuts. He could spit nuts. Monkey could spit nuts. The bananas maybe don't do damage, but make enemies slip. Bananas could make the area slippery. That's just the only use they have. Oh man, good stuff. Okay. Oh, let's see. I think I want to give him a little cute little tummy. I need to look up pictures of monkeys. The game is going to be fire. Glad you think so. Well, that's a cute little monkey thing. Oh, what is this? Hold on. Banana rings. That is a creepy nose. But check out this cute little guy. Man, monkeys are some funky looking stuff. Check out this one. What am I looking at monkeys for? Right, I wanted to see how I could decorate them. Look at this cute little guy. All right. Monkey could have a leaf between his legs. Gotta keep a PG rating. Animals don't need that kind of thing. So long as we ain't drawing junk. Let's see. So with these monkeys, they have the fur, which is a lighter color than I'm using. Probably turn that down a bit. And then they have darker faces, which is interesting. Some of them do. This one has a lighter face. This one has a mustache. It looks very royal, like this guy right here. I would expect to see that as like a monkey prince or something, which is interesting. What if all your pets wait for you at your house when you're not using them? That's okay. So that was the idea with the corral. If you played the demo, there's a bit of fencing next to your house, and that's what that is supposed to be for. I never implemented it. I didn't get around to implementing it, but that's supposed to be a corral where your pets sort of chill out. Oh, at least that was that thinking. So we're going to try a darker face first. I don't think it's going to work out that well. What graphics tablet do you use? It should be in the FAQ. An XP Pen something or another. I don't remember exactly what it is. Yeah, that face is hard to read. Well, let's keep it and we'll just change the color. Maybe this one? I'll probably have to darken that up a bit. It's a little better. I think this might be too thick. And then some ears probably in the silhouette so we don't have to break up the silhouette. Maybe there. Put a banana on his head. No. Wear the banana ring or not come back. Could have it like in a sling, like across his shoulder. I think I just want to get the outline done right now. I'm about to call it here. And just get the sort of the layout of the character itself. Kind of looks like a backpack, and I'm not against that. Oh man, this is a weird looking monkey. Is that a monkey? It's trying to be a monkey. I don't know how well it's working out. Can hat, please. Everything's going to have a hat at this rate. Let's see. I think I want to give him some hands. Where's the suitcase? What are we talking about? Looks like more like Mario in a monkey suit. That's sort of what I was thinking. Is it kind of looks like a monkey suit. And it might be the face that's doing it. Maybe hats in this world just give you magic. No, the magic purple is the magic thing. That already has a story thing. The hats is just more of an inside joke for the stream people that watch the streams, because they hats end up getting requested a lot. Little top hats. Maybe monkey needs a coffee grinder. No, scarf. It does need something. I don't know what though. If he does get a hat, could maybe a backwards baseball cap and a funky monkey. Maybe a funky monkey. No. That's too modern. This is a very primitive setting. A walking cane. Well, I wanted to be sort of boy-like. Very young and childlike. Overalls. Overalls could work. Yes. Let's try overalls. I like the player. I like it. Okay. The idea being that he likes to be like the player. He sort of copies the player. Maybe we, or well, that's going to be hard to say because the player's going to have we're going to have character customization, so that's tricky. So probably just like the default player. Are sunglasses too modern? Sunglasses would be a bit modern, yes. I thought I could have sworn that was a darker color. Or did I not get it? There we go. Sunglasses would be too modern. Maybe. Oh man. Let's see. Make it straight up from Earthbound. I don't know what you're talking about. He invented the first sunglasses, but they haven't caught on yet. I like that with the glimpse and glasses. Yeah, it looks a little better. Maybe not so forward front. Like, maybe we pull this back a bit. Give him big ears. Well, that's what I was worried about. Is I don't know exactly how I want to do his ears. I don't want him to stand out that much. I don't think. I tried doing ears in the silhouette and it didn't work out as well. Let me look at the monkey's ears. Yeah, because they don't have much of an ear. Like, you can barely see them. But they do have a lighter color to them. This one does. Sort of match their face color. So maybe we can try something like that. That tail is going to be the spring. That seems like a tricky thing to animate. Could do it, maybe. But isn't that done a lot, though, in games with monkeys? I feel like that's done a whole lot. Give him a cylinder hat or whatever it's called. I don't know what that is. A wig. Oh. Let's see. Nope. Nope. Come on now. There. Hold on. Big forehead. No. Main character reject humanity, he became monkey. There you go. Think the tail is too big? Probably. We can always trim it up later. I'm not too worried about it. No, I'm not. Let's see. Oops. What is this? Yeah. Top hat would be nice, but I think his head's too big for that. We already have a lot of top hats. I don't want to do everything with a top hat. Whereas top hat is a fun joke that we do. I don't want to do every single thing with a top hat. So sometimes we have to show restraint. Kind of looks like a martial artist monkey. Penguin with top hat? No. No penguins. Ever. We can incorporate some things from Ape Escape. I don't know what that is. Mohawk haircut? How do you think we need to do something with the hair? Maybe the monkey emulates you by becoming a farmer or caretaker of sprouts. Maybe he has a pet as well as being a sprout. Now, the thing about that is if the monkey's going to follow you around, that's a lot of pets. And that would give you probably an advantage to using him because you'd be able to get like an extra pet out of it. But I do like the idea of him emulating you. You should make a firefly that comes out at night and could be a light source. I've already got that plans, but I need to fix my light source right now. It's not where I want it to be, mainly in the caves. Like once I got it going, I wanted to do different colored lights. And the current cave thing doesn't allow for that. Well, the current light system doesn't allow for that. There. Looks like he's wearing lipstick. The lips are going to be hard to do, I think. Could give him... So the trouble is with the lips is... like... it sort of makes it harder to see the glasses. Unless... we raise him up one, maybe. That's a little better. I don't know about aesthetically, though. Yeah, I think it's better. Could be a she-monkey. It could be a she-monkey. It would be confusing, given that they're going to wear the default player's clothing. And so we wouldn't be able to really portray that as a she. And like easily. And everybody would be calling it a he, for sure. Maybe it's like a ghost possessed a piece of castle wall. What are we talking about? That's a lot better? Yeah, I think it looks better. Okay. I think that's where I'm going to end it for now. We have the monkey. I have the monkey and the scarecrow, which is, if you've just now figured out about the scarecrow, that's a whole watch that I recommend highly. So there's the scarecrow, and we have this cute little bunny guy, and we have the dust bunny. I still have to figure out what I want to do with that, but we'll see. Just join, yeah. Is it me, or do you always join at the last minute, Drake? I think I'm noticing a pattern here. Monkey steals your sword and plays around with it, and a cutscene would be funny. Could be funny. Well, the trouble is that you're not required to have the sword. Well, it was fun. Have a good one. Y'all take it easy. I appreciate y'all stopping by.